Have you ever wondered why some people always seem one step ahead, making smart decisions effortlessly, staying calm under pressure while you struggle to keep up? It's not because they're luckier or smarter, it's because they've mastered their mind, their emotions, and their choices. Most of us in today's fast-paced world let distractions, social media, and constant pressure control our thoughts, leaving us reactive instead of strategic. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a roadmap to outsmart the chaos. It won't give you instant success, but it will teach you how to sharpen your mind, respond instead of react, and act with purpose in every moment. In this video, I'll share 7 Stoic keys that can help you stay ahead of everyone else, make smarter decisions, and take control of your life. Watch closely, take notes, and get ready to transform the way you think and act. 1. Embrace discomfort. Like a friend. In today's world, most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort at all costs. We press snooze instead of waking up early, skip workouts when we're tired, and shy away from difficult conversations because they make us uneasy. We binge-watch shows instead of tackling challenging tasks, scroll endlessly rather than facing responsibilities, and seek comfort in routines that keep us safe but stagnant. Comfort is seductive, but it comes at a price. It prevents growth, dulls your mind, and weakens your willpower. Stoicism teaches something counterintuitive. Discomfort is not the enemy. It's a guide, a mentor, and a tool for sharpening your mind. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The obstacles and challenges we instinctively avoid are the very things capable of strengthening us if we face them deliberately. Seneca taught the same through voluntary hardship, practicing discomfort to prepare for life's difficulties. So how do you turn discomfort into your ally? Start with small, deliberate actions. Take a cold shower even when your bed feels warm. Push yourself through a workout even if your muscles are tired. Have the difficult conversation you've been avoiding instead of running from it. Each act of voluntary discomfort strengthens your mental resilience, teaches patience, and trains your mind to stay calm and decisive under pressure. A real-life example. You're stuck in heavy traffic, late for an important meeting. Normally, frustration would take over and your mood would collapse. But if you practice embracing discomfort, you notice the tension rising, breathe, observe calmly, and choose your response instead of reacting blindly. This is how small daily acts of discomfort translate into stronger control over your mind and emotions. The key is consistency. Challenge yourself every day, even in small ways. Physical challenges, like a short run in the cold. Emotional challenges, like honest conversations. Mental challenges, like learning something outside your comfort zone. Track your progress. Reflect on how each act of discomfort makes you stronger, more confident, and more capable of handling challenges without losing focus. Remember this affirmation: discomfort is my training ground. Every challenge you willingly face builds the mental toughness, clarity, and decisiveness needed to outsmart not only others, but also your own limiting habits. By embracing discomfort daily, you create a foundation for self-mastery and long-term success. You learn to thrive under pressure, to act deliberately rather than reactively, and to grow stronger in every aspect of life. This is the first key to outsmarting everybody else. Choose to face what others avoid, and let discomfort become your teacher and your friend. 2. Master your emotions. Don't let them master you. Emotions are powerful, but left unchecked, they begin to control your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your life. In modern society, we are constantly bombarded with stimuli, traffic jams, deadlines, notifications, arguments, unexpected challenges. It becomes easy to react impulsively, lash out, or let frustration dictate your choices. The result? Missed opportunities, damaged relationships, and inner turmoil. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, only how we respond to them. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Marcus Aurelius echoed this, reminding us that a disciplined mind is like a fortress, calm, deliberate, and unshaken by chaos. The key to emotional mastery begins with awareness. Notice when tension rises. Pause, breathe deeply. Ask yourself, is this within my control or outside it? That single question separates reaction from response. Next, reframe the situation. Instead of seeing a delay, criticism, or failure as a threat, see it as information, an opportunity to adapt, learn, or grow. Practicing this shift every day builds resilience and replaces emotional impulsiveness with clarity. Use this three-step method. 1. Pause. Stop immediately when emotion spikes. Don't act on impulse. 2. Breathe and observe. Take 3 deep breaths. Label what you feel: anger, fear, frustration. Labeling reduces emotional intensity. 3. Question and choose. Ask yourself, what is within my control? What is the rational next step? Then act deliberately. A real-world example. You receive harsh feedback at work. Instead of reacting defensively, you pause, breathe, and assess the message objectively. You focus on actionable points instead of taking it personally. The result? You maintain composure, protect relationships, and extract value from criticism. Daily practice turns this skill into instinct. You begin responding with strategy instead of reacting with emotion. Emotional mastery isn't suppression. It's choosing your reactions instead of being ruled by them. Affirmation. Real growth begins when you stop being a puppet and start being the master. Master your emotions, and you will master your life. 3. Stop expecting fairness. One of the most common causes of disappointment in life is the belief that things should be fair. We expect fairness from people, situations, and life itself. But reality rarely matches that expectation. You may work hard and still get overlooked. You may be kind and still be mistreated. You may do everything right and still lose. Stoicism teaches us to abandon the illusion of fairness. Marcus Aurelius wrote that when you encounter something unjust, remember, it is simply the nature of things. Expecting fairness only sets you up for resentment. Accepting reality frees your mind. Unfair things will happen. Someone else gets the promotion you deserved. A friend betrays your trust. A loved one dismisses your feelings. When you cling to the expectation of fairness, you suffer twice. Once from the event, and again from the belief that it shouldn't have happened. The Stoic approach. Acceptance without resignation. Recognize what is outside your control and redirect your energy to what you can influence. Example, you're passed over for a promotion. If you expect fairness, you feel bitter. If you accept reality, you refocus on what you control: your skills, your professionalism, your preparation for the next opportunity. That shift turns frustration into strength. Affirmation. The world is not always fair, but I control how I respond. Let unfairness go and use it as fuel for growth. 4. Focus on what you can control. Peace begins the moment you separate what belongs to you from what does not. Most frustrations come from forgetting this simple distinction. You can influence others, but you cannot control their reactions. You can prepare for opportunities, but you cannot force them to happen. You can do your best work, but you cannot control recognition or results. When you pour energy into what lies outside your domain, anxiety becomes inevitable. Stoicism teaches that your true power lies in your inner world, your actions, your attitude, your interpretations, and your choices. These belong to you completely. Everything else, external events, outcomes, opinions, circumstances, does not. Whenever something happens, the first Stoic question is, does this fall under my control? If yes, act with intention. If no, practice release. Imagine working hard on a project only to watch someone else receive the credit. If you obsess over the unfair outcome, resentment grows. But when you shift your attention back to what you do control, your effort, your professionalism, your growth, you regain your power. You rise above instead of sinking under. This mindset applies everywhere. Traffic delays, unexpected obstacles, rude behavior, sudden changes. You cannot control these things, but you can control your inner state, your breath, your reaction, your next decision. Think of your mind as the captain of a ship. You cannot control the winds or the waves, but you can adjust your sails. You can steer. You can decide how to navigate the storm. This is Stoic clarity. Focus your energy where it actually matters. Affirmation. What's mine is my response. What's not mine, I release. When you consistently return to what is within your control, your thinking becomes sharper, your decisions more strategic, and your inner state unshakably calm. That is how you begin to outsmart not only other people, but the chaos of life itself. 5. Practice voluntary hardship. Modern life is designed to make everything easy. Food arrives with a tap. Entertainment never ends. Climate-controlled rooms shield us from discomfort. Life becomes smoother, but the mind becomes weaker. When everything is easy, even small challenges feel overwhelming. Stoicism warns us about this trap. Comfort is pleasant, but it quietly erodes resilience. The Stoics believed strength is not built in ease, but in deliberate challenge. Voluntary hardship means intentionally choosing situations that push you just beyond comfort, not to suffer, but to train your mind and body to become adjustable, steady, and disciplined. Seneca often advised his students to expose themselves to difficulty on purpose so they would not collapse when real hardship appeared. Marcus Aurelius echoed this, writing about preparing the soul to withstand storms before they arrive. When you practice voluntary hardship, you build a toughness most people lack. You develop the ability to take life's hits without falling apart. You don't panic at discomfort because you've trained yourself to sit with it, breathe through it, and rise above it. The beauty of this practice is that it begins with small choices. Move your body even when you feel tired. Speak honestly even when the conversation feels uncomfortable. Cut out distractions when your mind wants the easier path. These actions strengthen discipline, and discipline becomes your advantage. Real-life examples. When you push through a workout instead of quitting early, you are strengthening more than muscle. You're strengthening identity. When you go without unnecessary comforts for a day, you remind your mind that you are not dependent on external conditions. When you take on tasks others avoid because they are tedious or demanding, you train your mind to focus on effort instead of ease. Why this creates an advantage. When real adversity arrives, the person who indulges in comfort collapses, but the one who trains in discomfort carries quiet confidence. They have met discomfort before. They know how to endure. They know how to stay composed. They know how to keep moving. Voluntary hardship also sharpens decision-making. When your mind is used to being tested, you think more clearly under pressure. You're not rattled by inconvenience. You stop treating every problem like a catastrophe. This stability becomes a massive advantage in a world where most people break at the smallest obstacle. Another powerful benefit is gratitude. When you intentionally go without comfort, you appreciate what you have more deeply. You stop taking ease for granted. You become grounded, aware, and present. Strength and gratitude begin to coexist within you, and socially, people who choose the harder path stand out. They gain reputations for reliability, discipline, and strength. While others avoid, they step forward. While others procrastinate, they execute. While others crumble, they stay steady. This is how voluntary hardship places you ahead, not through competition, but through character. Most people wait for motivation before they act. A Stoic acts first and lets motivation follow, and that alone sets you apart from the majority. 6. Detach from outcomes. Love the process. One of the fastest ways to lose control of your mind is to become obsessed with results. Modern society glorifies outcomes: the promotion, the follower count, the perfect body, the applause. Everywhere you look, someone is celebrating a result, but rarely does anyone celebrate the thousands of quiet, invisible steps it took to get there. This creates a trap. People begin chasing the reward while ignoring the discipline that creates the reward. They crave the finish line but resist the training. They want the outcome but fear the process. Stoicism teaches the opposite. It teaches that freedom begins the moment you stop attaching your identity to outcomes. You cannot control timing. You cannot control recognition. You cannot control how others react to your work, but you can control your effort, your consistency, your discipline, your intention, and your attitude. These belong to you. The results do not. Epictetus emphasized this truth when he explained that your job is to act well, not to guarantee a specific outcome. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the reward of a good action is simply having acted well. Focusing on the outcome weakens you. Focusing on the process strengthens you. When your happiness is tied to outcomes, quick results make you overconfident. Delayed results make you discouraged. Lack of recognition makes you resentful. Your emotions swing wildly with external changes, but when you focus on the process, everything changes. You stop asking, "When will I succeed?" and start asking, "How can I show up better today?" You measure progress by internal improvement instead of external applause. This shift makes you unstoppable. Someone learning a new skill will collapse if they expect fast results. But when they commit to the process, every mistake becomes feedback, every challenge becomes training, and mastery becomes inevitable. Detaching from outcomes also dissolves fear. Most procrastination comes from fear of a bad result. But when you release attachment, you become freer to try, to learn, to grow. In relationships, this is just as powerful. You cannot control how others respond to your honesty, effort, or intentions, but you can control whether you show up with integrity. Loving the process makes you fully present. You stop rushing to finish and begin pouring attention into each moment. People who love the process always outperform those who only chase results, because results fluctuate. Habits remain. Outcomes are unpredictable. Effort is always in your control. This is why the disciplined eventually surpass the merely talented. Affirmation: I focus on the process, and the results take care of themselves. Work without attachment. Act without desperation. Create without fear. Commit to the process, and you become unshakable. 7. Live with the awareness of death. Act with urgency and clarity. Most people live as if they will get endless chances. They waste time on drama, distraction, and delay. They assume there will always be another day to fix their habits, pursue their goals, repair relationships, or confront their fears. The truth is harsher and far more liberating. Stoicism teaches that remembering your mortality is not morbid. It is clarifying. It wakes you up. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of the shortness of life, not to frighten himself, but to stay awake. Seneca warned that the greatest tragedy is not death, but how people squander the time they are given. When you forget that life is short, you drift. You tolerate what harms you. You postpone what matters. You live reactively instead of intentionally. But when you remember that your time is limited, everything sharpens. You ask better questions. You choose with clarity. You live with purpose. The awareness of death doesn't darken life, it brightens it. Suddenly, petty arguments, negative comments, and small frustrations lose their power. Why waste precious time on what won't matter when you look back on your life? Awareness of mortality creates urgency, not frantic panic, but grounded urgency. You stop waiting for the right time because you finally see how much time you've already wasted waiting. You stop rehearsing excuses. You stop delaying. You begin. You take the first step, even if imperfect. You stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I never try?" This awareness also strengthens courage. Fear shrinks when you realize how temporary everything is. Rejection seems small. Embarrassment loses its sting. Failure becomes a lesson, not a catastrophe. When you know life is short, you begin taking risks aligned with your deepest values instead of living for comfort or conformity. This mindset transforms relationships too. You become more present with the people you love. You listen more deeply. You forgive more quickly. You stop assuming you will always have more time with them. You recognize that every conversation could be the last. This does not create sadness. It creates appreciation. It pulls you fully into the moment where connection grows strongest. Awareness of death also helps you separate what is essential from what is trivial. You stop pouring energy into conflicts that go nowhere. You stop obsessing over status, comparison, and validation. You stop measuring your life by external standards and start measuring it by your values. Mortality becomes the lens through which everything becomes clearer, and with clarity comes responsibility. If life is short, then your purpose matters, your habits matter, your integrity matters. The way you spend your days becomes the way you spend your life. When you honor this truth, laziness becomes less tempting, distractions lose their appeal, and excuses dissolve. You begin to feel a quiet but powerful determination, a commitment to live in a way that would make your future self proud. This mindset does not make you anxious. It makes you alive. It brings intensity without chaos, meaning without pressure, and richness without regret. Affirmation: life is short. I will live deliberately. Awareness of death is not about fear, it is about alignment. It strips away illusion and leaves only what truly matters. When you live with this awareness, you act with clarity, courage, and purpose. You stop drifting and start directing your life. And that is how you outsmart not just everybody else, but the version of yourself who used to waste time, avoid responsibility, and postpone your potential. Conclusion: you've now seen the 7 Stoic keys that can help you outsmart everyone else, not through manipulation or shortcuts, but through self-mastery. Embrace discomfort instead of running from it. Control your emotions instead of letting them control you. Stop expecting fairness and rise above frustration. Focus your energy only on what you can control. Train your mind through voluntary hardship. Commit to the process, not the outcome. Live with the awareness of death, acting with urgency and clarity. These keys are not theories, they are practices. They only work if you use them. If even one of these ideas hit you today, apply it within the next 24 hours. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Take one small, deliberate step and let it pull you forward. Thank you for watching. If this brought you value, like, share, and subscribe, and comment which Stoic key you're committed to mastering first. See you in the next video.